bricks. Brick pam brick. Brick pam brick pam brick. Brick pam brick. Brick pam brick pam brick. When me I use me chopper phone, no chatting a lot. Or ram with me mother food. Spanish town.
Hey guys, you don't know, it's Shickaa Chung and I'm back at it again with another video. So in today's video, I'm actually in Jamaica. I'm about to put up a vlog of my stay in Jamaica. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about the process of coming to Jamaica while the COVID pandemic is going on. Excuse my outfit, honestly, right now it's hot and I'm trying to look like a bad girl. Well, not a bad girl, but trying to look nice, you see me? Anyways, enough of that about the process. So I was coming from Toronto. So Toronto is in Canada, for those who do not know. Yes, Toronto, Ontario. So the process is, so first of all, you need to buy your plane tickets. No, first of all, you need to buy your plane ticket, because the next step after buying your plane ticket, you're gonna need your flight information. So what I had to do, I had to buy my plane ticket, and I bought it, honestly, once I heard Andrew Holness was opening back the borders, I bought my ticket right away, because I had to come and see my husband, right? Because the wait was too long. Anyways, I bought my ticket, and then after I bought my ticket, Andrew Holness said that you have to download the Jam COVID app. So either you download the Jam COVID app or you go on visitjamaica.com. And on that website, you're going to find a travel authorization form. Now, with the travel authorization form, that only could be filled out 3 days maximum prior to your trip. So if your trip is a month in advance, don't even go on that website yet. The earliest date possible to go on that is 3 days possible, 72 hours prior, right? So with that, now they ask you a series of questions, and when you fill out the application form first, actually they send a one-time password to your email so that you can have your own account or whatnot. So you go on it, and then they ask you like a series of questions like about COVID or any possible contact with COVID, or if you had it before, and where you're gonna be staying, and like your phone number and stuff like that, because they need to know that information to check if you're valid to come to Jamaica. Basically, like they're trying to approve you to come to Jamaica, and you need that authorization form to enter Jamaica. Not even to enter Jamaica, you need that authorization form to check in for your flight, because when you go to the counter, that's like the first thing they ask you for. They ask you for your authorization form. So once you fill out everything, within around 10 minutes, I got mine immediately, but it says 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, you'll get your either your approval or your denial, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna be getting an approval based on your answers, because if you're not feeling well, why are you gonna travel, right? But yeah, you get your approval letter, and on the approval letter, it has like a long list of like information, and it also gives you a little barcode. You're going to need to save that page. Either save it or print it, screenshot it, put it on your phone, something. You're gonna need to save that, because that's what they're gonna ask you for at the airport, at your airport. So when you reach the airport, now they're gonna ask you, as I said, for the travel authorization and whatnot. So whatever, you board the plane right now in Toronto. Well, I don't know about now, because I heard some other information on the news, but right now they're doing like social distancing on the plane. So like you're gonna be seated here, and then there's an empty seat, and then the other person's gonna sit after the empty seat. I was lucky enough to get a full out empty row. Anyways, let's fast forward to Jamaica. Oh yes, by the way, if you're coming from Toronto, and I'm pretty sure every airline is doing this, you have to wear a mask right in the airport. From you enter the airport, you have to have on your mask. And if you're coming to the airport and someone's dropping you off and they're not traveling, they're not permitted to come into the airport. Only the person who is traveling is permitted to go into the airport with their mask on. Zin? All right, now we reached to Jamaica, and in Jamaica, before you exit the plane, one of the medical personnel, they come on the plane and they explain to you what's gonna be happening. So they tell you that there's gonna be around like 7 sections that you have to go through, and you have to meet with other medical personnel, and you have to sanitize your hand. When I say you have to sanitize your hand like 7 times, oh my god, guys, it's raining. So I'm sorry if you guys hear the rain in the background. It just started raining all of a sudden. But anyways, so babe is right there playing PUBG. Anyways, yo. Anyways, you enter Jamaica airport now. I landed in Sangster, but I know everything is the same in Norman Manley. So as you enter, I don't know if you guys know that ramp, like once you come off the plane, there's like a ramp to take you to immigration. So once you reach that ramp, there's like a long line of people, and there's a bunch of medical personnel. There's a bunch of the military's up in there, like the soldier man them, they're in there. So the first thing they do is they test your temperature, and they write it down on a little paper so you know your temperature, and you have to walk around with it in the airport to show the medical I think it's the first medical personnel your temperature. So you go through that now, and then you're waiting in a line, and you're waiting. Then the first thing after that is you get to sanitize your hand. There's like a sanitization section. You sanitize your hand, and then after that you meet up with the first medical officer. So that medical officer, they're gonna ask you like the same questions that they kind of asked you on the COVID app or the Visit Jamaica website, like where you're gonna be staying, what's your contact number, what's your next of kin, your possible contacts with COVID. They also read you out a contract basically stating that you have to quarantine for 14 days on the island, or they can persecute you if you do not follow instructions and you get caught. So they're very they just say it straight. They tell you very plain and straight. If you don't quarantine, you get caught, you can be, I think, $1 million they can sue you or something like that. But yeah, they're very serious. And let me tell you the joke. So this thing is really contactless because you have to wear your mask, okay? So when you wear your mask, that's causing you not to be able to sound loud to the person in front of you, and causing the person in front of you to not sound loud. On top of that, now they have a table here. They have your chair like placed behind this line because they want to make sure that we're social distancing. They say do not touch the table, do not come close. So I actually commend them on their social distancing skills, because yo, Jamaica knows what they're doing, okay? So after that step, I walked, and then there was another sanitization. One of the soldier man them, he had like a spray, and he just sanitized my hand. Yeah. Then the next step after that, I met up with somebody else, and they had a bag, and it had my name on it, and it had like the test tube, like a test tube that would have the swabs that they're gonna be taking the COVID test with, because to be in Jamaica, you have to get tested to see if you're tested positive or negative for COVID. So I talked to the lady, and again, they asked me basically the same questions just to verify my questions and stuff. And she writes my name, like she check marks my name to say, okay, the sheet got a bag. So you see how I said you guys have to apply to come to Jamaica? I think that for the day, they know which persons are flying out to Jamaica, because they had like a long list with person's name, and they check mark your name. So they know prior to you coming that you're coming, basically. So then now, after that, we go in this other section. If you guys know Montego Bay Airport, there is, you know, like where you pick up your bag and stuff. Before you could even pick up your bag, after you walk through duty free, there's a bunch of seats there where the soldier man them, they talk to you, and they make sure that you get your that you have your Jam COVID app on your phone to, I think, put the tracking thing on it. My phone Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I know that they took a picture of my passport and my ID stuff, and they sent it to their sergeant or whosoever. They sent it to them. Anyways, he keeps interrupting my video. Anyways, they make sure that your phone is tracked, because they track your phone to make sure that you're not making movements on the island during the quarantine time, right? All right, now the rain is coming down super hard right now. Holy shit. Now you go through the Lord God, look how me skip a whole part. Before that, you actually go through immigration, and they ask you questions, you know how immigration works out. Then you go to the soldier man where they put the tracking in your thing. Then you can go and pick up your bags and whatnot. So after that, when you pick up your bags and stuff, you have to go through the declaration line if you have something to declare, or you don't have nothing to declare. It just depends on what, or I had stuff to declare. I always have stuff to declare. Well, even when I don't have stuff to declare, they always put me in the declare line. Me don't know why. But yeah. So after that now, you push through, and you know when you exit the doors to say, okay, you're gonna go outside to go get your ride. Wrong. You're not reaching outside yet. So then a soldier man, they tell you to push your bag with the cart into this other section where they basically park up your stuff, and they give you a tag so that you know what bag is yours, and then they tell you to go in this other line which is outside, and that is where you're gonna take your COVID test. So you go right outside, you line up, and they ask you like, oh, what's your name? And for some reason, I don't know, but your test tube reached outside within everything you were doing. Your test tube reached outside. And when I was there, they actually called out my name, like they knew who was coming next. They called my name and they're like, okay, let's come in or come outside or whatnot. They bring me to this area now, and there's like a bunch of like doctors in full PPE. And by the way, everybody in the airport is literally in full PPE. Not everybody, but like the persons who are asking you questions, they're like in full PPE from head to toe. Anyways, now they do the test. Tilt your head backward. They put one swab in the back of your throat, one swab in your nose. Lord God, it doesn't hurt, but it just feels so uncomfortable. Lord God, I don't want to do that again. And then they do that now, and then after that you're basically on your way. Basically after that now, they give you a pamphlet with the contract in there, and like a daily log where you should log in if you have any symptoms, and if you have any visitors to your house, you would log that in there as well, and just stuff like that they give you in the pamphlet. And after that you go and you collect back your suitcase, and if you need someone to help you bring out your bag, you already know they have the mans there, or you just go out there and push yourself out there. And that is the end of coming to Jamaica while COVID is going on. That is the process, and honestly, I commend Jamaica on their process, because I don't hear about any other country doing this. I don't see my country doing this. Like, that is how they're trying their best to ensure that the COVID doesn't spread by doing like serious contact tracing, and you know, monitoring. Also now, let me tell you about at home now. So on the phone now, your COVID app, because it never went on my phone, like from the airport, they sent me this thing in my email with my same contract, and you have to sign a contract too, right? So they send it in your email with your signature and everything, and it has like a code. So that code, you would have to put it in the Jam COVID app. And with that now, every day for the 14 days, they send this notification to your phone to do a video check-in to make sure that you're in your location. Plus it knows you're in your location. In the video now, when you do a video check-in, they ask you like specific numbers to say. Guys, I'm literally telling you everything of what happens. They tell you specific numbers in the video to say, to make sure that you are in that spot. So like for instance, it says check in your video, and it says say the numbers 3741. So if you make a video and if it said 3741 or whatnot, right, to make sure that you're there. One time I think my app was glitching, and my phone made like this really loud alarm sound saying that I exited the quarantine zone, which I did not. I was still in my house. I was sitting down in my house. I mean, I said that happened, but yeah, it made a loud noise to signify that I exited the quarantine zone, and then it made the same loud noise to say I entered back the quarantine zone. So guys, if you guys are exiting the quarantine zone, your phone will make a loud noise, right? But yeah, guys, my 14 days is up, so now I'm here enjoying the rest of the time. I'm gonna be here with my husband. It was necessary for me to travel. If it's not necessary for you to travel, don't travel. But honestly, do what you want to do. Be safe, be protected, follow protocols, wash your hands, sanitize. In Jamaica, you have to wear a mask to go into basically every single store and all the taxis. So guys, if you're planning to travel, safe travels, happy traveling. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you guys subscribe, like, and share this video with everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.